IDF confirms new strikes in Tehran this morning.
Look at that.
As Israeli crews are searching for survivors in the
Holy
rubble
shit.
after deadly Iranian missiles killed 10 people
Israel.
and injured hundreds others.
Alex Hogan is live on the
God
ground in
damn.
Tel Aviv
Look at
with
all
the
that.
very latest. Alex, good morning.
Good morning. We're getting some breaking news right now. An alert has gone out to the entire country here in Israel, telling people they need to get close to a shelter. If
This was a
sirens
few hours
do
ago.
go off, we're going to move into one of these buildings and take shelter, as there is the belief that there is likely an incoming attack. This is after we have seen widespread devastation in this neighborhood. This is Bat Yam in the outskirts of Tel Aviv, where one building behind me, a residential building,
Shit's
a large
blown the fuck
apartment
up,
building,
yeah.
was the scene of a direct hit. But as a result, all of the surrounding homes, all of the surrounding residential and apartment buildings have been completely destroyed. The windows broken, the doors mangled, the roofs either partially or fully blown off as a result of this direct hit. This was the scene overnight of some of these
That is wild. Look at that. Holy shit.
attacks that we saw of Iranian missiles, some of which were able to breach Israel's air defense systems and create direct hits like this. We are now also learning of the increased number of dead. As many as 11 people have died in overnight strikes. That's because I'll show you this footage here, some of the drone footage of the area.
I'm surprised it's not more. I mean, really? Like, if only 11... Like, this is a fucking... Yeah, this is a bloodbath. I would expect it to be way more.
Where I'm standing, search and rescue teams have
Bomb
been going
shelters
through
save
the area,
lives? I
combing
guess so,
through the
right?
rubble, and have just uncovered another body, another grim part of the news of the dead that we have learned of in recent days. Children are among the dead here in Israel. And we talked with the international spokesperson of the police, who says they had to use drones, canines, to comb through this area and search for survivors. Take a listen. What happens next? What happens tonight? Are you preparing to see, unfortunately, attacks and scenes just like this tomorrow morning again?
Well, I can't see the future, but I can tell you that the Israel police is prepared in the event that another barrage of rockets targets our civilian communities. Like I told you, we're on high alert, but we've also recruited 7 battalions, reserve battalions of our border police to help reinforce our units that are on the ground so that we can be in all areas of Israel. And if there's a rocket strike, missile strike to a certain residential community, we can get there as fast as possible. Time is of the essence when it comes to these things. We want to get people medically evacuated as fast as possible, provide service to anybody that may be trapped, and that's what we're going to continue doing.
So we've seen a massive police presence here throughout the morning. Medics, again, going through this area door to door.
It's common sense.
You're seeing all of them right now evacuating this area, getting themselves to shelter, something we are going to do as well. If those sirens do sound off here in Tel Aviv, meaning that the city would once again be under attack. And it would be something that we have not seen in recent days. Typically, these Iranian missile and drone strikes have been happening at night, but for those sirens to take place during the day, it shows just once again the changing experience that Israelis are living through amid this escalation here in the Middle East. Back to you.
Thank you, Alex. So obviously, you know, what we're looking at behind you is evidence that the Iron Dome did not get all the missiles that were that were incoming for Israel. And it's not the only; those are not the only. That's not the only missile that sort of got past the Iron Dome.
There's a lot of them that did. Like, I feel like they hit Israel like probably 15 times yesterday. It was way more than I had expected, because they had those super fast missiles and it just got in there. Yeah, was it 8? 8 total? I thought it was 8 in one attack. It felt like more like it was like 15 to me, but like maybe you're right. Sorry for repeating. I heard some reported theories that maybe Israel is allowing some missiles to get through as an excuse to escalating the regime and overturning an attack in Iran. Thoughts? I don't think that you should... maybe... I mean, there's historical precedent for that with other things, but I don't know. It's highly unlikely that would be a 200 IQ play. Well, I always had, and I don't. Sometimes I feel like I don't even want to say this because I feel like I might get in trouble. But it always seemed very odd to me that Mossad can have the highest level of counterintelligence in the world, or at least equivalent to like probably like what China and maybe like, I don't know, maybe like Lockheed Martin has or something, or Palantir and America has. And they didn't see October 7th coming. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, who knows? And again, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm just asking questions while like saying, like I'm trying to imply that like, oh yeah, they did this for sure. I don't know. But I think that it's fair for you to ask that question. And I think anybody who's getting mad at you for asking that question is an idiot. With the amount of false flags that have happened, and they've been allowed to happen by different governments in order to facilitate and begin wars, to rule that out categorically is naive. That's just me. You really think Israel is looking in every place in the world at the same time? No, but I think they're looking at most places in Israel most of the time, yeah. Like, in my opinion, I feel like this is just me. The Israel intelligence is so fucking good that they can surgically remove a single apartment room to kill a specific person. They killed every person in leadership across multiple different terrorist organizations. They are farming them inside of fucking caves. These people are hiding inside of tunnels. They're still fucking finding them. And then you think that there's a random open air attack. And yes, obviously it could have happened. I don't know this. But for you not to see the dissonance there, I think that, again, I'm not saying this is what happened. But I find that very odd. Don't you? I now apply that logic to 9/11. Do you remember what me and Penta and McConnell's guild name was? Do you remember that? Why did Bush do it? Look, bro, like, the kind of conversation, like, I have conversations, like, I'll say that, like, on stream, I can't give my full opinions on this kind of stuff because I would get in trouble. You can ask any of my friends my actual opinions on this, like, just not specifically. But I think you can pretty much assume what I really think is going on, right?
What is the, and obviously you have Israel, you have the United States.
Censored, yes.
But there are also other countries that are trying to intercept these missiles. They have a long way to go from Iran. It's about 1,000 miles. They're going over Jordan. They're going over Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And we know that those two countries are trying to help shoot down some of these missiles. What other efforts are there? What other countries in the region are working to help shoot down some of these missiles that are incoming?
I'll give you guys an example. So at Nick's party, I went to the party and I was like hanging out with everybody. Everything was good. It was fine. And, we were having a good time. And then I got together with like, a couple other guys, and we were talking about like, fucking like the Satanic Bible, like Masonic symbolism, string theory, and like vibrations and mind control for like 2 hours. And then we came back upstairs and the party was over. Everybody had basically left. So yeah, just normal stuff, right? That's it. The best conversations, yeah. And so sound like me, yeah. So and again, that's the tip of the iceberg. So fun guy, yeah. We had a lot of fun. We had a great time, and that's it. Vandy said that, yeah, she was there.
to Israel.
Oh, we're getting some sirens right now. We're going to move ourselves to shelter.
Yeah.
We're going to follow you, but you can stay with us as we continue to move. So to answer your question, the air defense systems here in Israel, it's not made up just of the Iron Dome. We also have a David Sling as well as the Arrow, all of which have different capabilities. Careful here as we move down on these stairs.
David Sling is the Arrow? Damn, so they go in with a lot of that Bible metaphor shit, huh?
So we're going to move with everyone into the shelter, into the closest
shelter. Do they have
shelter
anything with Samson?
That we can find. As a result, these sirens mean that Tel Aviv is one of the cities that the IDF believes could be the center of this next incoming attack. So we have seen a U.S. presence continue
No, I meant Samsung, like for the phones. Yeah, I was talking about with Samsung.
Defend Israel as well. We know that the Army and the Navy, they have been using their resources to strike down some of these missiles and these drones that we've seen in recent days. As you mentioned, Jordan the other day, Jordan was able to intercept some of the drones that breached its airspace. But so far, in terms of the international response, really we're seeing Israel defend its skies as well as the U.S. trying to step in. So right now we're walking into this underground bunker. This appears to be a parking garage, one of the types of areas that would work well because it's insulated with concrete. This is the kind of area, again, similar to a stairwell or a bomb shelter, is the kind of place that people will need to stay until we get the all clear.
Alex, I'm not sure if you can still hear us very well.
I'm surprised they don't have bombs that can blow that up, honestly. Damn, they can't even blow that up?
Just so we understand, that siren going off, does that mean something is imminent? That something has been spotted in the air?
I thought they would.
I lost you there for a second. I think I have you back. If you could just repeat that question for me.
That alarm going off, does that mean that something is imminently incoming, that there's an active attack?
Yes, the initial warning that we got indicated, it went off to the entire country. It indicated that there could be an incoming attack that could interfere with the Israeli air defenses. Sorry, I'm getting some interference in my ear. The first alert that we got notified everyone across the country to get close to a shelter, and if the sirens did go off in their city...
Did he just walk over and look at her boobs?
To get close to a shelter, and if the sirens did go off in their city, that would mean that their city potentially could be under attack. So the fact that we just heard those sirens and the fact that we're seeing even soldiers come here to take shelter means that all of Israelis, all of the foreigners, all of the tourists that are in Tel Aviv right now need to be taking shelter. We're also getting a new alert on our phones. All of the cell phones that people might have been going off, so you can take a look at that. Just alerting people. Take a shelter. Obviously, this is in Hebrew, but alerting people to get to shelter as quickly as possible. And what we've seen in the past when we've been in this type of situation, we'll wait about 30 minutes to an hour before you get the all clear. So it can take a long time. But in my experience, when we've been here in bunkers like this, the explosions are so loud, it'll shake the walls. That's what we experienced overnight. So we're getting moved a little deeper into this bomb shelter. I might lose you. Not sure if it's working at it.
Damn.
Yeah, I think we lost.
Incredible footage right there.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor.
Holy shit, bro. Like, yeah, that's a lot.